Welcome everyone to our stretch class. We are going to be stretching. We're going to do about 30 minutes worth of stretching. It's all going to be seated in the chair, so you don't have to worry about standing up or losing your balance or anything like that. All of our stretches can be done from a chair. You can either do a chair with arms or without, but feel free to do it however you like. All right, but what we're very first going to start with is we're going to put our hands together right in front of our chest. And we're going to reach our hands straight up in the air as we take a nice deep breath in. So it'll look like this. And then we're going to drop our hands down as we exhale. Let's take a second deep breath in. We'll keeping our hands here, taking another deep breath in. And exhale. Good. All right. All right. Then we're going to take our chin and we're going to stick that chin out, and then we're going to tuck it down into our chest so that we feel a stretch going down the back part of our neck. That same chin, and we're going to stick it out again, but up a bit, so we feel a stretch in the front part of our neck. Very good. All right, now we're going to take one ear and we're going to drop it down to our shoulder on that side. So we're just leaning our ear down towards our shoulder. When you do this, you should be feeling a stretch going down the part of your neck that's you're leaning away from. Okay, return your head to neutral, and then believe it or not, we're going to drop the other ear down towards the shoulder on that side. So we're going to take that ear and just drop it down towards that shoulder. Very good. All right, you can return your head to neutral. And now what we're going to do is, believe it or not, we're just going to turn and look over one shoulder. Turn it to one side. Hold it there for just a few moments. And then we're going to turn and look over the other shoulder. Very good. All right. Next, you're going to bring your shoulder up to your ear. So take one shoulder and lift it up towards your ear. And relax it down. Take the other shoulder, lift it up towards your ear. And relax it down. Both shoulders together. And relax it down. Do that same thing a second time. Pretend like your dad just asked you what happened somewhere and you're saying, I don't know. Raise both shoulders up together. And relax them on down. Very good. Roll your shoulders backward. First direction, roll your shoulders forward. Very good. All right. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take one arm and put it straight out in front of us. And then we're going to rotate that arm out to the outside of our body to about 45 degrees, not all the way out to the side. And then you're going to turn your head and look towards your hand. And that hand is going to come up over your head, grabbing the back side of your head. And we're going to tug our head straight down in that direction. All right, and relax.
We're going to be doing the same thing on the other side.
Just
stick your arm straight out to about 42 degrees. And turn your head looking at your hand. Then take your hand, place it over your head.
And use your hand to ease your head down in that direction. All right, and release. Very good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put one arm on either side of the chair. Usually works better for this one if you have a chair with arms, but it's okay if you have a chair without arms. All right, what you're going to do is you're going to lean towards one side. So we're going to allow ourselves to droop closer to the floor on one side. And that side you've leaned towards, you're going to go ahead and drop your ear down to your shoulder. And then from there, this arm that's down at the bottom, you're going to bring that arm up over your head, touching the other side of your head and just easing your head closer to your shoulder. Does that make sense? There you go. You got it.
It hurts.
And relax. Very good. We're going to try and let me show you it again. Okay, so you're going to lean towards that side. Your ear is going to drop down to your shoulder again, like at the beginning. And then this arm comes up over your head and just helps that head get closer to your shoulder. All right, relax. Very good. This next arm exercise, you will actually need an arm with arms. So if you can't do this one particular exercise, if you have a chair without arms, just go ahead and skip it. If you have a chair with arms, you should be able to do this next one. So what you're going to do is you're going to come forward in your seat to the edge of the seat, and you're going to allow your arms to slowly walk backwards on the chair until your arms are about at a 90-degree angle behind you. And then we're going to lift up our chest. You're going to feel like there's a string pulling your chest up to the sky, and you're really just getting a good stretch for those shoulders. And this really opens up your chest so we can take a few more of those deep breaths. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Another deep breath in and exhale. Very good. All right, for this next one, you should be able to participate again if you have a chair without arms, so we'll get back into those chairs. Right, next one, if you have a chair without arms, you can participate along with us. What you're going to do is still be at the front part of your seat, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your arms and reach back and grab onto the back part of the chair with each arm, and we're lifting again. That chest is going really high up to the sky, and we're just really opening up that chest. We're going to do one more of those nice deep breaths here in this position. Very good. Just hold it a bit longer. Ta-da! And that's your sign to move on to the next mode. All right, very good. You're going to take one arm and put it on the outside of each leg, and we're going to stretch down towards the floor. Very good. And just get as close as you can. If you can reach the floor like some people, that's quite all right. But we're just going to hold this position. During these stretches, while we're stretching the entire time, you want to focus on not holding your breath. Just continue to breathe in and out. It doesn't have to be deep breaths, but you do need to continue breathing in and out. Even if you're folded in half, smushing your diaphragm down here, you want to keep breathing in and out. All right, in the same position, we're going to let one arm come up to our knee, and the other arm we're going to stretch a little closer to the floor. Now I can actually touch the floor on this side, so I can reach it. If you could touch it before, maybe your hand's flat on the floor. Show me a flat hand on the floor. Good job, Posey. She's very bendy.
You're going to do that same thing on the other side. So take your left hand, put it back down on the floor, and take your right hand and bring it up to your knee.
Very good. If you were using your other hands, you don't have to specifically do those hands. Just going to hold this a little bit longer. Very good. And you can sit back up.
Heads up, everybody. While I was editing this, I realized that Posey and I forgot a couple moves, so we're going to add those in now. So, for the next exercise, what we need to do is we need to scoot forward in our seats. We're going to come forward to the edge of our chairs. We're going to put one hand on each hip, and we're just going to rotate from one side to the other side. We're just kind of warming up that back. We're turning nice and slow. We don't need to turn too fast. We're just trying to warm up our middle and lower back. You can even sometimes grab onto the arm and just ease yourself a little bit more that way. Very good. Now to get back in the right position, sit back in your chair nice and tall.
Put both of your hands out straight in front of you. Then just keep stretching, but then put your hands together and push around your upper back.
Good.
Bring those arms up overhead and stretch straight up in the air. Lean to one side. And lean to the other side.
All right, and relax. Very good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take both hands, put them straight out in front of us with our thumbs facing down, and we're going to interlace our fingers and then bring those hands behind your head. Once your hands are behind your head, we're going to once again open up those chest muscles and really get those nice deep breaths. So we're going to try 2 or 3 deep breaths right here. We're going to breathe in and out. Deep breath in and out. Very good. Now keep those hands behind your head, but you're going to bring your elbows in front of you, and we're going to tuck that chin to our chest again. And we're going to use those hands to ease that head further down into a stretch at our chest. Just feeling that stretch down the back part of your neck. All right. And open those elbows back up with your hands still behind your head. We're going to do one more deep breath in this position, breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth. Very good. Relax those arms down. Shake them out just a little bit. Very good. Oh my gosh, I'm getting bit up like crazy. Say what? We're almost done. We're more than halfway. Oh my gosh, stop it. All right, what do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? All right, next you're going to take your hands, you're going to put them right next to your shoulders, and then you're going to reach straight up in the air. Then bring those arms back down, and now go straight out to the sides. Watch out for your neighbors. Bring your hands back in, and straight up again. And then down and out again. Very good. And with those arms out this time, we're going to do some small circles. Very small circles. And then we're going to reverse direction, going back the other way. Very good. Take your hands, bring them into your shoulders, and we're going to rotate those elbows. Reverse direction. We're doing the other way. You feel like a chicken, don't you?
Like a turkey.
A turkey.
Yeah, their
You are
arms
a turkey,
short.
you turkey.
That's rude.
All right. Very good.
All right. And next we're going to work on our wrists and our hands. So we're going to start first by lifting our hands up, opening those fingers up nice and wide, and we're going to get a full wrist rotation. We're going to rotate those wrists all the way around and then back. Very good. Put those fingers all together and then rotate those wrists around again and back. Very good. Now do some circles with your wrists. Just swing them around. I like to call this wristy behavior. And reverse and go back the other way. Very good. Very nice. Take those hands, clasp them together, and get some additional wrist rotations going. We're using one hand to ease the other wrist around, making sure that we get the full range of motion going for those wrists. Very good. Now take those hands, we're going to do a little bit for our fingers. We're going to pretend like we're playing the piano, just really wiggling those fingers up and down the keys, tickling those ivories, making sure those thumbs get into it as well. All right, and then we're going to go right back to where we were kind of with our wrists. We're going to open those fingers up, but we're really stretching those fingers this time. We're getting a really good stretch on those fingers. And then we're going to close them down into some nice tight fists and really squeeze. Squeeze them really tight. Feel that blood pumping into those fingers. And then open them back up nice and wide and stretch those fingers out. Get them a really good stretch going. Very good. Close them down into some nice tight fists one more time. Really squeezing those fists. Focusing a lot on the pinkies and the ring fingers. Making sure that those are getting pumped in. Yes, push, push. All right, very good. You can relax there. And then we're going to open our hands up this one last time. We're going to take the pointer finger and bring it down to our thumb, leaving the other fingers open nice and wide. We're going to open that back up and do the same thing with the middle finger on each hand. Very good. Open that back up. Ring finger. Open that back up. And now the pinky. I know it's hard, Joan, but we can do it. We can do it, Joan. Yeah. All right, open it back up. Very good. Now we're going to do 10 pumps together. We're going to start with our hands closed, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, and we also need to do a little bit for those legs. So we're going to take one leg, sticking it straight out in front of us. We're flexing the foot so the toes are pointed straight up towards the sky. Just getting a good flex on that foot. And then we're going to take those toes and we're going to point them straight out in front of us. Like you're pointing the direction for somebody, but you're using your toes. And then we're going to flex the foot again, toes back up to the sky. And then point the toes straight in front of us again. Very good. Do some circles with that ankle. Reverse and circle the other way. Very good. And you can put that one back down. We're going to stick that other leg out now, flexing that foot so our toes are pointed up towards the sky. And then pointing those toes straight out in front. Flexing the foot again so our toes are pointed straight up again. And pointing the foot again. So those toes are pointed straight out in front. Very good. Circles with that ankle. Reverse direction. Go back the other way. Very good. And relax. All right. We have one last exercise for our legs in this particular edition. Then we'll get back to the regularly scheduled programming. All right, we're going to put our feet together. We're going to go up on our toes, lifting our heels off the ground so we feel a flex in the back part of our calf muscles back here. And then we're going to set those heels down and lift the toes up. So now we're kind of flexing the front part of our legs there. The shin muscles, if those are a thing. Very good. Set the toes back down and lift the heels up again. And heels down and toes up again. All right, and now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, good. All right, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to scoot forward in the edge of our seats again. And we're going to take one leg and stick it straight out in front of us on the floor. Get any leaves off of your toes that might be there. All right. Once your leg is straight out in front of you, what I want you to do is put one hand on top of that leg, the one that matches that leg. The other hand, you're going to hold onto your chair, the arm of your chair, or just onto your chair to make sure you don't have any issues with falling out. And we're going to stretch down towards that foot. And once we get down here, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. And each time you exhale, I want you to see if you can get a little bit deeper into that stretch. Go ahead and straighten out that leg for me, darling. See this? See how straight my leg is? There you go. You might not be able to reach that toe. You're going to be here. We're going to take 3 deep breaths as you breathe in. And then when you exhale, get a little deeper. Take another deep breath in. A little deeper. Deep breath in. Very good.
Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Relax. Very good. We're going to take the other leg, do the same thing, sticking that leg straight out. Our foot is flexed and our leg is straight. Okay, we're going to put one hand on top of that leg. The other hand's going to hold on to the chair, and we're going to stretch towards that foot. And with each exhale, we're going to get a little deeper. Right.
Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Relax. Very good. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take one knee and you're going to cross it over the top of the other knee. So it's going to look something like this. Very good. Just like that. I can't quite get my leg as deep. Okay. What you're going to do then is you're going to grab in front of your legs. You're going to sit up nice, tall, and straight. And at the waist, we're going to bend forward. And just until we feel a good stretch in there, we're just going to hold this for a few seconds. We're not even going to count it down. All right, relax. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to cross the other knee over top. Ugh, how do you do that? I can't get my knees so close together. All right, we're going to cross our hands in front of our legs, and we're going to sit up nice, tall, and straight, and lean ourselves forward here, and just hold it for a few seconds. All right, relax. Very good. Now we're going to cross our legs over again, but this time we're going to take an ankle and put it on top of our knee. You want to get this part of your leg right here as close to parallel with the floor as you can. We're going to grab right in front of our leg. We're going to sit up nice, tall, and straight again, and we're going to lean forward until we feel a good stretch on the outside part of our hip. So some of you might need to stretch further than others to feel that good stretch. Some of us will need to go a little bit and we'll feel that stretch, and we're just going to hold it here for a little bit. I can feel the stretch, bro.
Bro, you're just standing up.
All right. right, relax there. We're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, crossing one leg over, getting this leg as close to parallel with the ground as we can. We're sitting up nice, tall, and straight, and we're going to lean forward at the waist until we feel that good stretch on the outside part of our hip over here. All right, and relax. Very good. All right. For our next two stretches, these are going to kind of be our major final stretches, and then we're going to get into our very mini stretch at the very end. All right. So what we're going to do for the first one is we're going to scoot forward again to the edge of our seat. We're going to take that leg and stick it straight out on the floor in front of us again. But this time what we're going to do is we're going to pivot it out to the outside of our body. So don't cross it this way. You want it to go out to the outside. Okay. We're going to put a hand on top of that leg again. But this time the difference is our other arm is going to go straight up in the air. And then we're going to lean both arms towards that same foot. There you go. There you go, just like that. We're going to lean both arms towards that same foot. We're just going to hold it here for a few moments. All right, relax. Very good. Do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to stick that leg out in front of us first. We're going to rotate it out to the outside of our body. We're going to put a hand on top of that leg. The other arm's going to go straight up in the air. And both arms are going to lean towards that same foot. All right, relax. Very good. Now this next one I think Posey's really going to like. We call this our Warrior One pose. And so it's a little bit difficult to do, but if you stick with us through each step, you'll be just fine. All right? So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to put both legs together in front of you. Then you're going to turn your body to one side of your chair. So if you have arms on your chair, your leg's probably going to get stopped by that arm, and that's okay. That's where we want to be, with one leg right up against the arm of the chair. Your outside leg, the one that's not touching the chair, is going to slide on back behind you, just like that. Okay? The other leg is going to go forward ever so slightly. And then we're going to turn our torso and make sure we're also facing this side of the chair. We're then going to put both hands together in front of our chest, like this. Very good. Then we're going to reach those arms straight out in front. Then raise those arms straight up overhead. Drop our arms down to the sides. And then turn and face the front. And we'll hold it here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. How was that? Pretty crazy? All right. We do the same thing on the other side. We're going to put our legs together. We're going to turn and face that other side of the chair. Very good. Our outside leg is going to go on back behind us. Our other leg's going to maybe just scoot a little bit forward. We're going to put our hands together in front of our chest. We're going to put those hands straight out in front. Raise those arms up overhead. Drop your arms down to the sides. And then turn and face the front. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Very good. Very nice. All right. Our very final stretch that we're going to be doing here today, we're going to take one arm and put it straight up in the air. You're going to point your fingers over the top of your head, and you're going to follow those fingers, and that's the way you're going to lean. Not so far. You're going to fall out of your chair, little lady.
Look up.
See? Told you. All right, we'll sit back up.
Arms straight up. turn your
Point
finger
point your fingers over your head.
and then lean down. And relax.
Very good. All right.
Very last thing, give yourself a round of applause.
You did it. Good job, everybody. The hardest part is getting here. Peer pressure takes care of the rest. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and tune in for another class soon.